What's your name?
Diana?
Diana?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Marlene.
Alicia.
Yeah, and you?
Carla.
Carla. Nice to meet you, Carla.
Nice to meet you. We always do that at the time.
I give an average of like 5 flyers away per day, and I have 5,000. This is how bad the situation is.
Will we at the same venue, the same place, at
Yeah,
the same
but that
time?
is going to be a bit of a problem because the show is going to be 5 years past, and I'm still going to be giving out the same flyers.
It doesn't say year here.
It doesn't say year. So if I come next year, do the exact same show at the same venue at the same time, I can reuse the flyers. I'm gonna save so much money on flyers if I do this. Come and show in half an hour.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Countryside.
It's countryside.
Yes.
What is your favorite thing from that place?
The trees.
It is true.
And it's quiet.
The green in the UK, like greenery,
Yeah.
it's kind of greener. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is.
it's
Kind
so
of,
nice.
it's a bit special.
Especially compared to cities as well. Cities are so like. I mean, Edinburgh's lovely, but like a lot of cities are so loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for staying.
Okay,
Nice to
see you
meet you.
later.
Hey guys, we're going to be in house now.
Oh, thank you. Okay, great, thank you.
What did you say?
But the kids are okay. It's okay for kids to come to my show. Yesterday, I had this little girl. It was a little Scottish girl, like 11 years old, 12, something like this. She was amazing. She understood everything. She was laughing. Very smart child. If you have a smart child, you can bring it along. Hi everybody, it's the day after again because I came late and I had to edit and those things. But let's see what happened yesterday. Yesterday was the day that I put a little bit of effort in the show to workshop it a little bit. I also got my first review. Oh my god, I was extremely happy about this. I got a review. It's not it's not a media review like from a reviewer. It's just from my audience, but that is super important for me, and especially when it's as well like thought through and worded as those guys. The good thing with having a smaller audience is you remember everybody. So I saw this, I immediately knew exactly who those guys were. It was this lovely couple, fantastic audience members, so much fun. They were so game. This guy is Greek and his wife who was American, but still both in London. And they say Cosmopolitan by Aliki Tsakumi was a Fringe surprise. Surprise! This is me. There were only 5 of us in the audience. This is so true. This is so true. And they were also sitting spread out. But Aliki turned that into part of the show. Kind of, yeah. I mean, when it's 5 people, it's like they're gonna be engaged in the show. I'm not gonna force everybody, but it's usually they are down for it, and it really feels good. Warm, quick, and effortlessly funny. Exactly, perfect descriptors. She bounced between Greece, Sweden, France, Britain, accents, family, immigration, and the apparent extreme sport of crossing the road in Athens. All of those are exactly like this, are part of the show, and some of it comes from the audience, what people are in the room, some is just in my material. And her crowd work was the real joy. With nowhere to hide, Wall became part of the comedy, and she somehow made it feel intimate rather than awkward. This is super legit though, because an audience with so few audience members is bound to become awkward. And the reason for this is very simple. You have an audience with 20, even 20, just 20 people, you know, but like 40, 50, 100 people, 200 people. How often do they all laugh at the same time? Very, very rarely. Maybe a couple of jokes in the show in reality. It's usually some people laugh more at this, some people laugh more at that. Some people never laugh during the show, but they still enjoy it. But when you have 5, to get all 5, like 100% of the room to laugh at the same time, it's a little bit more demanding. But this was a really, really good show. I remember I had a great audience. It's not really about the quantity of the audience, really, it's more about the quality of the audience. I can do an amazing show with one audience member if they're down for it. Funny, smart, and very likable. Again, perfect descriptors. Aliki deserved a much bigger audience. If you get the chance, go see her. So guys, you hear that? This is not from me, this is from my actual audience. You can read this on the website of the Fringe. If you get the chance, come see me. No matter how many people are in the room, you're gonna have a great show if you wanna have a great show. Thanks so much to Kostas and Lisa for the review. They were a fantastic audience. Thank you, first of all, for coming. Thank you for the show. And thank you for your review. So, this review actually helped me understand also what's working in the show. And I got a chance to workshop a bit yesterday. Because I'm like, okay, the material is working, the jokes are working. I know what are the strongest jokes that like I get everybody, and then some depend on the audience, it's different every time. And then I have the crowd work that is also for the most part working. And even if it doesn't connect, or I'm just not having a perfect great improvisation day, and you know, it's not too funny, it's still engaging and interesting, and it's still working, does the job I needed to do, to make the environment, well, cosmopolitan, frankly, and everybody sharing experiences from being abroad, living in a different country, whatever it is I have in the room that day. So this is working with the material, the marriage between those two is working. And then I just, without stopping to do stand-up at any moment in the show, I still wanna make the theme go through, the message go through, and have the show come together. And there are some things that do that, characters that come back, themes that come back, the word cosmopolitan that comes back, many different things throughout the show. And it just needs a tiny bit more, I think. I should be a little bit bolder with it, because it's easy for it to fly a little bit over the audience's head, which is not necessarily a problem. It can be there for whoever notices it, but I think I can afford to be a little bolder, and the audience will enjoy this and feel rewarded for paying attention throughout, and feel smart for understanding that. So I workshopped a little bit of this yesterday. I'm gonna try some things today in the next few days. We all say, I mean, at least that's what I hear. This is my first time doing such a run, but I hear other people all the time say, you know, you do the show again and again and it becomes better, but not automatically. Like you still have to do something. So it was nice to take the time to workshop it a little bit, and maybe every week. That sounds reasonable, right? Maybe next week, after a week of gathering reactions, I'm gonna do a bit more. Now, the good news is the show works even with very few people in the room, which is very good. But it's time to get more people in the room, right? Doesn't mean it has to stay with few people. So let's do a little more. I'm ready to step up my flyering game. I've been a little bit lazy with it. I've been like, okay, I gave a flyer to a few people, I'm good now, let's go do my show. But that's not how this is supposed to work. You're supposed to sit there for hours and hours and give a flyer to every single person that you see. And people usually hire somebody to do it for them. I'm not hiring anybody, I'm doing my own flyering, which is exhausting, which is why I avoid it. And hey, any other ideas? Please tell me, how would you like to be invited to my show? How would you like this to happen? And if you are somebody that found an audience at the Fringe, how did you do it? Do you have any tips? Any surprising, any things that you didn't expect would work but did? Flyering is the thing that everybody says works. But then, of course, there are specific things to make it work that I don't know, I'm figuring those out. Thank you guys, and bye. See you tomorrow.